Morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you very much for coming. I'm Kendall John, the Communications Director for CDF. With us, we have the Executive Director, Ramona Henry Wynn. We have the guest of honor, Herman, the Ashanti Hippolyte, along with his lovely wife and daughter. We have media, NTN, as well as some other media associates. We have guest artists who have participated in that MIZIK concert, as well as our CDF family. Welcome all. Today is a small ceremony, which is a culmination of an activity that was held by CDF in November. As we know, November 22nd in particular is Saint Cecilia's Day, which is the feast of musicians. And CDF has found it necessary to promote Saint Lucian Calypsonians, Saint Lucian musicians, and put them on a pedestal where they deserve to be. And so this is the first edition of what we hope to be a staple event going forward. Our first edition was done in tribute to the legendary Ashanti. Now, Ashanti and I go way back. I think it goes back with everybody here in the audience. Persons who may know me, I also did a little foray into Calypso. I have a few small titles under my belt, nothing like him. But once you enter Calypso, you have to start paying attention to Ashanti. You watch him when it comes to performance, how he uses the stage, his diction, his elocution, how he remembers all those words. And you have to take your notes. On the night itself, it was really a joy to see Ashanti smiling and singing, this time in the seat, because all his colleagues, the veterans, and the up-and-coming artists were singing from his repertoire. And they made the music their own. I mean, some of them are very memorable. I mean, I saw 𝗔𝗀𝗶𝗰𝗶 the Fun Machine, the Boom Boom song. I mean, that looked like it was his song. I want to give it a tap. Yo, he just, he's newly married, so maybe that's what's going on. But he really enjoyed that performance. And all the artists were linked with the songs that you just imagine them to sing out of Ashanti's repertoire. So her black sang Jail, because we know it's in Calypso Jail, yeah? So, and well, the highlight for me personally was when 𝗵𝗵𝗲𝗏 was singing Check Ashanti. When 𝗵𝗵𝗲𝗏 is singing the song, all right? But we know the songs are usually very lengthy and wordy, but Ashanti hands it with class, and he can remember all the words. But poor 𝗵𝗵𝗲𝗏 at the time had difficulty remembering the words. And Ashanti, what's that?
For the night of the show, if any of these individuals actually cry,
No, but no, that's as well. But just without cutting you across, Ashanti had to run to the front of the stage. He took the mic from 𝗵𝗵𝗲𝗏 and proceeded to sing the song for 𝗵𝗵𝗲𝗏. And 𝗵𝗵𝗲𝗏, the usual wit and satire, says, hey, if I can't remember my own songs, you think it's Ashanti songs they're going to me to remember? So, again, Minel, T.C. Brown, I mean, everybody did a stellar performance on that night. And I really want to say hats off to all the performers who gave it their best. Again, it would be remiss of me if I didn't say something about Gregory Piper. And I think we should give him a round of applause. Because Gregory Piper did some tweaking of the arrangements that gave the songs a freshness And then we really appreciated why these things have become hallmarks and unforgettable. And they'll be there for years and years to come. So I really want to thank him personally. I can't go in, once it's Calypso, I might start to run on for a while. So without going into too much detail, I'd now like to ask the executive director, Ms. Wynn, to come up and say a few words.
Just to borrow a few words from the mighty Shadow, the one who invented music has got to be terrific. And he has to be the one who invented the sun, the sea, and everything else. And I think for me, from the CDF perspective, I think we were very pleased with the outcome of the activity. I don't want to call it an event. Just seeing the joy on Ashanti's face, I got goosebumps just looking at him. That appreciation, just seeing people on stage performing his music. And as Mr. John said, what Piper did with that music to really bring it home, I think for me that was terrific. And we all know that music is a universal language. It's a language that we all understand and we all appreciate. And for us as a CDF, our mandate is really to create platforms for creativity. Create platforms for artists to thrive and grow, and to be able to perform and show off their best. And one of the things MIZIK did for us was to take artists out of their comfort zones. Imagine a soca artist singing Calypso, and you had that mix of young and seasoned, I don't want to call them old, seasoned like 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗾𝗂𝗲, performing Ashanti's work. And for us, this is what the CDF would really like to do, to create that fusion, to create that, almost like a germination ground, like ensuring that young people have something to aspire to. And I think this is what the music of Ashanti has done over the years. And we saw it at the event where young persons were able to do their own take on his work, coupled with the new arrangement that made it fresh. And the CDF, this was the first edition of MIZIK, and we are hoping that we can continue doing it in the coming years, because we saw the connectivity. We saw that transference of skills to some of the musicians that had never done Calypso before. We saw that joy. If you listen to Ezra and you listen to Arthur on their social media pages, how much appreciation they had for just this activity, how it gave them the opportunity to perform somebody's work whom they looked up to for years but never got that opportunity. So it did create an opportunity, it did create platforms for artists to grow, to thrive. And the CDF looks forward to doing more of it. The CDF looks forward to ensuring that we can connect with the artist community. And these are the ways that you can connect. Sometimes people believe the only way of connecting is through giving people financial contributions. But if you can create platforms like this, I think it gives an opportunity for the CDF to connect with the community, connect with our constituents, and to ensure that we create that environment so that they can be the best that they can be. And we saw them becoming the best that they could be on the night of the event. So I want to just take this opportunity to thank Mr. Piper. Thank you. Thank you is not even enough because of what you did with the music. You gave it a whole new air. You did something different to it. You had the Latin fusion, you had the folk fusion, and a number of fusions that I myself don't even understand. But you did something to it. And I know we have an artist sitting here, Ricky T, who wanted to be here, but unfortunately he was off island. And I know he really wanted to be there because Ashanti is one of his mentors. And we just thank him for being here this morning. It shows the interest that he has, that connection between himself and Ashanti. So this is what the CDF wants to do, create connectivity. Culture, creativity, community. That's our mantra. So that's what we want to do, and I thank you.
We would now like to invite our invited guest, Mr. Piper, if you'd like to say just a few words about Ashanti and the whole MIZIK experience.
Good morning to all. Season's greetings as well, I think is in order. Let me first of all thank the CDF for having the vision to conceptualize such an event. I was very, very happy to be part of it from scratch, all the brainstorming until it got to the point where it came to fruition. So I was very happy to be part of that process. Ashanti, you and I go a very, very long way. I watched you come into the arena as a very young chap, having been associated with Calypso myself for probably, I don't even want to say how long, some 55 years, yeah. And I watched you grow, and I saw the potential. And you've been blessed with the gift of two prolific songwriters in your career, namely 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗾𝗂𝗏 and 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗃. And I'm happy to have been your arranger as well. I think you've had two, myself and CJ, Clarence Joseph. So it's a journey that I watch develop and grow, and I'm very happy to see what you have contributed and what you have become. I heard you mention last year that you were going into retirement. I would like you to reconsider that decision. I still feel you have a lot to offer, Ashanti. The voice is still there, the technique. Whilst I was scoring out and trying to conceptualize what I would do with the songs, and namely through video clippings, I was pulling out the audio from the video clippings. But I was distracted quite a bit because I couldn't help but marvel at your delivery at those finals and semifinals, your pinpoint delivery, your accuracy, your intonation, how your pitch and everything was just phenomenal. So you still, and I think you still have it. You gave us a little sample of what you had on the night of music. So I'd advise that you, or suggest that you reconsider that decision. So once again, thank you. I'm happy to have shared that journey with you, and I hope God will give us some more life to enjoy each other's artistry and company.
Thank you, Piper. And now from the veterans, would Ricky T like to say a few words?
Just want to say, Ashanti, big up yourself. Give Ashanti a round of applause. Big up yourself. This man had me scaling gutters in Marshall. Coming to see him. Want to big up Papa Veda too. One of my mentors, you know. I want to let you know, when you see me, you see Ashanti and Papa in me. It's two of them. So I have the performance where my eyes is closed, and I have the little bacchanal of Papa. So it's two, not just one. But I want to say to you, watching you those years doing your thing was amazing. Without you, there wouldn't be a me. So I want to say thank you again, and big up yourself every time.
Thank you very much. Man, a few words, but profound, profound. All right, so now we're at that point where we'd like to make a small presentation, a token of our appreciation for all that the Ashanti has contributed to when it comes to the culture of Saint Lucia. So we'll ask the executive director and Ria as well to come up, and Ashanti, if you could come up as well, please, to accept a small token of our appreciation. Ashanti. Just say, if you'd like to say a few words.
I think the night of that performance, on the 24th of November, 2024, was the happiest day of my life. Trust me. When I was told that I have CDF is doing a show, and I got the call, and I came to the meeting, from the time Mrs. Wynne tell me, well, not Mrs. Wynne, I mean the other guy, I forget his name. Yeah, showed me the flyer of what is going to take place on MIZIK. Tell me, well, you just have to just sit down and fella singing your song. I said, wow, I so big alone. I never know that. You know, yeah, you know, and like a joy came in my heart, a joy real came in my heart. I said, wow. So let me see. I was expecting, well, the night of the show, I'll be in fellas making mistakes. And one mistake wasn't an accepting from the elder veteran. But anyway, that let me just say good. You know, from 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀, Minel, Cupid, her black, everybody sang lyrics to lyrics from my song, and I was very joyous. And if you realize the night of the show, I couldn't sit down. I couldn't sit up and down because the joy in my heart, you know. And I said, wow, to myself, well, boy, is that so bad? I don't know them lyrics. You understand? So, and I must give praises to CDF for such a wonderful, wonderful show, putting that together. And I hope you'll have many more of that to come. And Mrs. Wynne, is that? And Piper? Top arrangement. Top arrangement, you know? So I mean, some of the songs, like when I heard them, like I heard a little difference in the arrangements. And you know the right key. For if each individual is singing, like you know in what key. And like, who chose the songs, right? You chose the songs. You chose the song for the Calypso, and you give each Calypso the right song to sing. Right song to sing. And that's very good. So I'd like to say again, thanks to CDF, thanks for the plaque, thanks for the contribution and everything. I hope to see many other years, although I'm in my 60s already, but like Mr. Piper say, make a reconciliation, I'm coming back. I'm coming back in your region. So thanks again, everybody.
Thank you very much. You heard it here first. He's coming back. All right, and we recorded it. All right, so if he changes his mind, we know what to say. Again, this was just really a very brief ceremony to honor someone who has done so much for Calypso and the culture of Saint Lucia. And CDF is looking forward to doing many more such initiatives. And MIZIK, we hopefully have the second edition where we honor another worthy candidate. Yeah? Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the day. Appreciate it.